Hello again, fellow BeachBum traders. Thank you for joining us for part 2 of our weekly trading game plan for the trading week of October 2nd through October 6th. We're in part 2 of our weekly trading game plans. We select our top swing trading stocks to watch, stocks in our bullpen, how to manage our shopping list, and we also talk about dividend payers and opportunities with dividend payers, and also our options trading strategies as well. So let's get started. So here's our Google document with our notes for part 2 of our weekly trading game plan for the trading week of October 2nd through October 6th. We keep our notes in publicly accessible Google documents, so you can refer back to these notes as well as notes from part 1 and previous weekly trading game plans. If you haven't already seen part 1 of our weekly trading game plan for this week, titled Make Money Trading This Fall, we would highly recommend that you also view part 1, as that contains our market analysis, our strategies, etc., and additional information that provides input to selecting our top swing trading stocks to watch for this trading week of October 2nd through October 6th. We keep all of our Google documents with our weekly trading game plan notes in a publicly accessible Google Drive folder, so you can refer back again to the notes from part 1, previous weekly trading game plans, etc., and you can find a direct link to those Google documents in the description box below. Our Google documents contain links to bonus videos, the tools and resources we use, again, to do our market analysis and select our top swing trading stocks to watch. Good morning, MD, the Ricky Khan, Ellen Krentz. Thank you all for joining us in the live chat today. Hope you all are doing well. So firstly, we'll review our trade updates, the trades that we made this week. We made one new trade this week. We went long O Realty Income Corporation. It's a monthly dividend-paying dividend aristocrat REIT we've been watching for several weeks. They were going to go ex-dividend on the 29th, so we went long on the 27th. I'll show on the chart in a minute where we entered and that I thought there might be some buying on the day right before the ex-dividend date. It didn't really occur. If you want to hear more about our thesis with O Realty Income, we've been talking about it for several weeks, so you can hear that in our previous weekly trading game plans. So again, in a second, I'll jump over and we'll look at the charts for O. But if you would like to get real-time trade alerts, email notifications when we enter or exit a trade, you can get that information by joining any level of our Patreon, and you can find a link to our Patreon in the banner as well as in the description box below, and also in the notes here. Additionally, we have a couple alerts channels that our Patreon members of any level have access to in our Discord. The first is the Thinkorswim TOS alerts channel. I also have price alerts triggered in Thinkorswim, and when those get triggered, it gets automatically posted in this Thinkorswim alerts channel. If I do follow one of these alerts up with a trade, then I would reply to it in the Thinkorswim alerts channel. If it's not directly related to a Thinkorswim alert, then I would post that in the trade alerts channel, so you can see when we went long on O Realty Income on the 27th. I posted that there in the trade alerts channel. So again, I don't recommend anyone blindly follow us or anyone else into or out of a trade, but if it would help you to get alerted when we enter or exit a trade and help you make money trading and succeed in your trading career, again, you can get that information by joining our Patreon at any level. Good morning, Walter Lyons, Sydney Osborne. Thank you for joining us. Hope you all are doing well. So if I jump over to Webull, we look at a chart for O Realty Income in the stock screen in Webull. We can see, again, it was going to go ex-dividend. You can find the ex-dividend dates at the bottom panel here at corporate actions. So we see it went ex-dividend on 9/29. If you wanted to get that this month's dividend, you needed to own it before 9/29. So we can see it pretty much was bottoming out at that support level on the 27th. It did dip down a little bit farther. I bought it at 50.01. Looked like that 50 level was pretty good support. I thought, again, there might be some buying on the last day before the ex-dividend date. Didn't really manifest a whole lot except for pre-market. And then it went ex-dividend on the 29th. So, again, you expected a dip equal to the dividend. And it was a little ironic after that. It ran up a little bit. Back up above 50, even though it went ex-dividend on the 29th. So maybe some people didn't understand the ex-dividend date, that you have to own a stock before the ex-dividend date in order to collect that dividend. And again, typically a dividend payer is going to get discounted equal to the amount of the dividend, because the person buying it on that ex-dividend date doesn't get that particular dividend. So again, we'll hold on to O. Well, we're in it really for more price appreciation than just the dividend. You can see it pays about 25 cents a share. Again, they're a dividend aristocrat, so you can see they up that dividend in the fourth decimal place by 5 in the fourth decimal place pretty much every couple months. So we'll hold on to it. It is also optionable, so we could look at selling covered calls against O. Again, we're looking more for the price appreciation, ideally back up into this, low 60, 64 level. So we'll hold on to it, collect the dividend, and then wait for it to swing back up and get price appreciation. As you'll see, REITs have been beaten down. We talked about it yesterday, potential sector rotation back into real estate. So our watch list in Bullpen contains a number of other REITs of particular categories that we might be interested in. So I hope that all helps. Alan Kranz asked, is that a 52-week low on O? Yes, I believe that. Below 50, previously we had bought and scalped a little bit, pretty much break even on O not too long ago at about 55. So it's nice to get a discount, almost a $5 discount on O. Welcome, Stocks for Days. Thank you for joining us. So now we'll look at our top swing trading stocks to watch for this week. Let me grab a quick drink. Okay, again, on our top swing trading stocks to watch for this week, we've been watching Land. Land is another REIT that we've been watching. It's on farmland. Again, you'll see all the REITs got beaten down. So we're waiting for this to stabilize at a support level. It pays, again, a small dividend. So we're, again, looking for more of a price appreciation. So when it reaches support, swings back up, we'd be interested in Land. Again, there's a REIT on farmland. NSA had run up. We had moved it back to our bullpen. Again, as all the REITs got beaten down, it's come back down. So this is a REIT on public storage. So another category that we like. Again, all the REITs are getting beaten down together. All the real estate's getting beaten down together. So we're trying to be selective and pick ones that we think, categories that we think might have some value going forward. Again, you can hear more about our due diligence on NSA, National Storage, in the link to this quick take due diligence video via the notes, or also on our BeachBum trading channel. So we talked about Realty Income. Again, just a heads up, they do have a at-the-money share offering sitting out there. So that's going to provide some overhead resistance on any pop. So again, until they close that offering, any significant pop will probably get sold into with this at-the-money offering. Welcome, Easy Mike. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're all doing well. So again, we'll jump back over to Webull and look at the charts for those in a second. But again, if you'd If you'd like to get access to an automatically generated web page that includes our watch list, our bullpen, that also includes our price targets for these stocks and additional information, ex-dividend dates, yields, etc., earnings dates, optionality, etc., you can get access to that automatically updated web page. It gets automatically updated at the end of each day via joining any level of our Patreon. And if I make any subsequent changes to our watch list, I would post that in our stocks watch list channel, in our Discord. And again, any level of our Patreon will give you access to both that automatically generated web page and that channel in our Discord. So again, we hope that all helps. So again, if I go back to Webull and I look at my main watch list, the two items I have remaining are these two additional REITs. So again, we've got land. You can see land's broken down also with the other REITs. You can see it pays about a 5-cent dividend every month. So, I'm again looking for more of the price appreciation than the dividend itself. See, again, it's broken down. The previous low was 1386. The REITs did get a little bit of a pop. Real estate got a little bit of a pop on Friday, as we saw. So we see a little bit of bounce. Question is, is this the bottom? Is this a stable bottom? Somewhere around 14 right now looks pretty good. Or are we going to, get further decline in the REITs real estate? And again, going back to land, it's got decent price appreciation up into the 17th. So, and it does look like that, it bounced off that support line. So that looks pretty good right now. So we'll keep an eye and possibly buy some land. NSA, we thought we missed the bounce on that. You see it ran up into resistance, declined with the, again, downward pressure on real estate on all the REITs. See made a previous or a new low on Friday, 31.33 or so. So again, we're just waiting for that to find a stable bottom. See, the previous low was wick down to 30.91. So we'll see if this support here at about 31.50 something holds, or if it's going to break down and test that 30.91 again. Just a quick reminder, if you're not already using Webull, we use Webull for our market analysis, our due diligence, the majority of our trading, and they're still offering, up to 12 free stocks, as well as 5% interest on uninvested cash in your cash account. So if you're not already using Webull, we would recommend it. And again, you can get your free stocks. If you don't like the platform, you can always cash those out. And if you'd use our affiliate link in the description box below, we'd appreciate it. And you'll also be helping build and maintain our BeachBum trading community, which we greatly appreciate. Grab a quick drink and we'll talk about our bullpen stocks. Okay, so anyone that's new to our channel, the concept of the bullpen stocks are not ones that we're watching real time, but I've identified they may present an attractive setup in the near future. So we put them in the bullpen. I revisit these charts at the end of each day. If their setup has improved, then we put them in the game, move them up to our main top stocks to watch list. And as you saw, sometimes, we'll move a stock like NSA up to the watch list, back down to the bullpen if it runs away or breaks down. And then maybe if the setup improves again and we get a pullback like we did in NSA, we'll put it back up into the watch list. A couple of these I considered also moving up, and we'll see that. The other REIT we've been watching again for a while is LTC. It's a REIT on healthcare facilities. I'm not as hip on the healthcare facility REITs. I'm hearing from MPW, which is another healthcare facility REIT, that a number of the hospitals are having issues, although LTC tends to be more in senior housing, senior support type of healthcare facility. So it's a little bit of a different category. So we're watching it, see if it gives us an attractive setup. MP Materials we've been watching for a while. It had run up also. It has come down quite a bit. Again, I was tempted to move that up into the watch list, but it seems to be so volatile. I am watching this one in Thinkorswim, pretty much real time right now. But again, I didn't want to bounce it back and forth between the bullpen and the watch list until it really shows that it's got a stable bottom and some of the volatility settled down. Again, you can hear more about why we like MP Materials via the due diligence video, via the link in the notes and or in our BeachBum Trading YouTube channel. Again, we moved NSA up to our watch list. The other one we're going to talk about, again, we talked about yesterday, the sector rotation into utilities, and that we like the ETF UTSL to play that rotation, that swing back up in utilities. Again, talked about some of the headwinds to utilities yesterday. You can hear more about some of the factors. Is the utility sector, or when is the utility sector going to be a good sector to buy, via the bonus link to this video in the notes. Also, someone had asked a question previously, why are utility stocks sensitive to increasing interest rates? And you can hear a detailed explanation of why utility stocks are sensitive to increasing interest rates via the bonus link also in the notes. Welcome, Flip of the Shippa. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're doing well. So we'll jump back over to Webull and we'll look at the charts for those stocks in our bullpen. And a nice thing about Webull is you can have all kinds of different watch lists, really easy to flip between them. So again, at the end of each day, I just flip over to the bullpen, look at these charts. You can see LTCs actually run up, did pull back recently. You can see them, ideally, we'd like it down at around 30. See, it pays about a 19-cent per month dividend. So we see it didn't quite get down to 30, bounced back up recently. Again, we'd be, more interested in the price appreciation, between 30 and 35 at least for LTC. So MP Materials, again, been pretty volatile. You see it looks like it wicked down to that support line, bounced up, and it's come back down to this new support line around 1860 or so. So again, made a new low. I guess that's Wednesday, 1839. So we'll see. And it's been making lower lows, lower highs. So again, a little bit of my hesitancy with MP is it has been making lower lows and lower highs. So we're watching those pivot points. So again, you see it tested, broke out of that resistance point on Friday, and then failed, broke back down below the pivot. So again, pretty volatile. Again, it bounced pretty quickly off that support level. So it's been a little bit tricky. Welcome, Brian Moritz. Thank you for joining us. Glad to see you here again. So UTSL, again, utilities, we see that steep decline, didn't really bounce much on Friday, even though we got a little bit of a rotation back in utilities. Again, it's been, steadily declining for quite some time. Again, you can hear in our video kind of the seasonality trend we're looking at, utilities, and again, some of the headwinds. So as those headwinds abate a bit and utilities start to swing back up, then we would be interested in a long-term swing in utilities using UTSL. Similarly, we've been talking about TLT, TLTW, and that also very similar in terms of a swing, seasonal swing. So Alan's asking the money rotation this week. Yesterday, again, we talked about the end of quarter, end of month, end of quarter rotation, potentially into the most beaten down sectors. And so again, we talked about that in detail yesterday, real estate being one of those, potentially utilities. But again, we're talking about some of the headwinds with utilities. So again, I'd recommend, review the groups and sectors and industries analysis we did yesterday. The tendency will be to rotate from, take profits out of the top performers from one quarter or month and put it into the worst performers. Same thing at the end of the year. And we'll talk about that again when we get to the end of the year as well. In terms of shopping list stocks, again, we did an analysis, more detail, talking about, how to build, how to manage, how to cull your shopping list, how to take advantage of sales in the stock market. And again, in September, we got kind of a sale, a back-to-school sale in the stock market. And hopefully you were able to take advantage of that as we did with buying O. Again, that's one that we buy when it gets cheap. So that's a kind of a shopping list stock. So there may still be some sales. Again, we're still coming out of the worst historical month being September. And, until that rotation occurs, you may be able to pick up some of your shopping list stocks at a discount. So let me grab a quick drink, and then I want to first, we had a question, a comment about a stock, and I want to go through that first, and then we'll cover our dividend payers and our options trading strategies as well. So Sydney Osborne has been mentioning the stock GCT. So I also wanted to take a quick look at GCT. This is GigaCloud Technology Inc. It's a software infrastructure stock. So I'll bring this up in FinBiz. Again, you can access that profile via the link in the notes. That's their homepage. Here's their profile. And I thought this was interesting. I wasn't familiar with GCT when Sydney was mentioning it, so I thought, hey, I'll take a look. My first take is I saw it was a software type of stock. It says it's U.S. based. My first take is to look at their profit. Are they profitable? And I was surprised to find that, oh, hey, here's a software stock that's profitable. The recommendation is high. You see it's not optionable. There is a discrepancy, as you can see, between the outstanding shares and the float. So there's potentially an offering sitting out there where they could offer stock on a pop. So something to watch. You can see the 52-week risk reward profile gives a decent risk reward opportunity. So I wanted to dig more into the income there. So I went down to their quarterly statements, see if their earnings, are their earnings positive? Yep, they're making money. So again, a profitable software stock seemed kind of attractive. Total revenue looks like it's increasing. If we go quarterly, you can also see, okay, yeah, they're making money, and their EPS is actually increasing. So again, surprising to see a positive, profitable software stock. You can see they're do end-to-end business-to-business electronic commerce, large package merchandise. We've got a marketplace, integrated marketplace, connects manufacturers primarily in Asia with resellers in the U.S., etc. Again, they are based in the U.S., although obviously they seem to have a lot of Asian connections. Looks like it was founded in 2006. So then we look at the chart. We could see it had this big run up into resistance into the 18s and then a steep decline. So then the next question is, what's the reason for this steep decline? We see it occurred starting in September. So then we go down to the news and we can find a couple reasons, and you can read these articles. So with the big, you see the tags for the big reds. So we see one September 28th, one September 12th. This one is a proposed merger that was not received positively. So that started the decline. And then also this decline on the 28th is a short report that came out. But again, the fact that they're profitable, I found attractive. So that's GCT. Quick take on GCT. So based on that, we've added GCT to our database. So it'll come up in queries when the risk-reward profile gets attractive. Also, I'll jump to our dividend payers next, and I put the risk-reward profiles for GCT in the ad sheet in our dividend payers. Even though it's not a dividend payer, it was a place I could do the research on the risk-reward profiles for GCT. So we'll quickly look at that, the dividend payers sheet. So again, our different Google Sheets have a research tab or an ad tab where I can do research on the risk reward profiles for various stocks quickly and easily. So here's GigaCloud Technology. I just plug the symbol in, add the name, and then look at the charts and identify support and resistance. So you can see the risk reward for 52 weeks, pretty attractive, 4.4. If we look back at the chart here, we see it's got this support level around 5-ish. So from 5 to 1860, again, 3.7, and bottom to top, pretty high. So it looks like they probably IPO'd back in 22 or so. So, and we see, it bottomed out in the low 4s and has since, run up quite a bit. So again, I found that interesting. Thank you for pointing that out to us, Sydney. And again, we'll put that in our database. And if it happens to come down to that support level, I'll get a query that will show me that GCT is one we might want to consider adding to our watch list going forward. So again, it's a little bit above that support level. It did pop back up into that lower trend line. It'll probably get rejected there. It's got support from its moving average. So we'll have to see if it holds that support or if it breaks down to the lower support level. So again, I hope that all helps. If anyone else has any input into GCT, possibly it warrants more a deeper due diligence. And if you have experience with it, we'd love to hear your feedback. So now we'll look at other dividend payers. If anybody in the chat has other dividend payers you want to look at, please throw the symbols up. If I missed it previously, I apologize, and we'll take a look. Just a quick reminder, if you'd like 24/7 access to our dividend payers Google Sheet, as well as our ETF Google Sheet and our puts ROIC that we use to identify opportunities to sell and buy back puts, you can get access to all of those by joining our Patreon at the All Access or VIP level. Okay, we'll quickly look at some of the ones in our watch list. And again, if anybody in the chat has additional dividend payers you want to take a look at, please let me know. I know Easy Mike, some others have been mentioning junk, so you can see junk bonds. Clip on China, we have a video talking about that. Here's land, again, pays a 5% monthly. See, it's already gone ex-dividend for September, so the next ex-dividend would be expected around October 20th. You can see the risk reward for price appreciation, factor 3, ideally, or 1.6 52-week. Here's LTC, similarly, 19-cent monthly. So you can see also the yield, the adjusted yield, taking into account price appreciation. Again, with land, it's mostly price appreciation. With LTC, some yield, but again, ideally price appreciation. Talked about MPW and why we're not considering that at this time. NSA, again, pays a nice 56-cent quarterly dividend, so 7% yield. Again, less than a lower risk-reward profile. So again, should be a short-term scalp type play. Doesn't really have the risk-reward ideally for a longer-term swing that I'd like. Here's O, Realty Income. You see the monthly dividend. Again, not a ton of risk reward. So again, short-term swings, collect the dividend, scalp it at a resistance point. OPP I looked at, but this is a bond debt instrument. I'm not as hip on some of the bond and debt instruments. We've seen how bonds have been beaten down recently. PDI similarly, closed-end debt. Some Easy Mike, others like SAR, it seems to be stable. So again, we've talked about different strategies for different people with dividend payers. Maybe you want stable and just collect the high dividends, so you'd be more interested in the yield. Maybe you're looking for price appreciation, so the adjusted yield may be more interesting. Again, you might want monthly dividend payers, might be okay with quarterly. So again, you can use our Google Sheet to construct a dividend paying calendar that meets your income needs and desires. SUI is a residential REIT. Again, home builders have done okay. I think we might start to see more of a decline again with higher mortgage rates. So here's a volatility. So again, a lot of different categories. And then for several weeks now, again, we've talked about treasuries. We're watching the TLT for a bottom. We know there's still an interest rate hike coming, probably at the end of October, early November. So at that point where that hits a bottom, we want to compare TLT and TLTW. You can see right now the yield for the dividend on TLTW is more attractive, as well as the adjusted yield. So again, when TLT 20 years bottoms, we want to make a decision, and probably will park a chunk of cash in either TLT or TLTW, or we could possibly split that and put some in each and see how it performs. So again, we're watching for that bottom in the bonds and treasuries. Again, I'm not sure that we've hit it yet. So again, we have a lot of different dividend payers. Again, you can select, you can filter on what you're looking for in terms of frequency, yield, adjusted yield, risk reward profile, etc. I think Easy Mike was asking about Bill the other day. We have BIL in the ad sheet. So we've done, research on other dividend payers in the past. So if you don't find it in the main sheet, you can do a find in the ad sheet. So again, you can see the risk reward profile. It's pretty low. It's stable. So if you're looking for a stable dividend, that may be something that you'd be interested in. So again, if anybody has Walter Lyons mentioning a new one, QQQY. Yeah, I've seen some of these new dividend payers. Many of the new ones, even the yield max, aren't available in FinBiz yet. So as we get more data on some of these, we can add them, do research on them, and add them to our Google sheet as appropriate. Okay, I'll leave this up in case someone has another dividend payer they want to look at. We can go ahead. And again, if you would like us to do research on a dividend payer, you can put it in the comments to this video. You can put it in our Discord, tag us in our Discord. If you'd like us to do due diligence on a stock or look at a dividend payer for potential addition, like that QQQY, etc. Tag us in the Discord. We're BeachBum Trading, all lowercase, no pounds, no numbers. Anyone else is a potential imposter. You can also contact us. We've got a Facebook group, a Reddit community, and all kinds of social media sites. So many ways you can contact us. And you can find links to all of those on our homepage in the links section. Our homepage is beachbumtrading.com, bum without the U. So again, if you'd like us to take a look at a stock, etc., have a suggestion to do due diligence, please let us know. If you'd like to hear how we've developed this Google sheet with dividend payers and learn how to find the best dividend paying stocks, we've got a whole series of videos that you can access via that link in the notes and also find on our BeachBum Trading channel. Okay, let me grab a quick drink and we'll talk about our option strategies. I'll bring up our puts ROIC Google sheet. We can take a look at any opportunities for selling and buying back puts. I see Cindy Osborne is mentioning FEMI. I'll throw that up in the Q&A, and maybe we'll have time to take a look at that in a minute. Just a quick reminder, we've got a couple option strategies we also use to essentially generate our own additional dividends. We sell covered calls against our existing positions, buy them back. We sell them when the stock's going up, buy them back when it's coming down. Again, generate our own dividends in that way. Similarly, we can sell puts, in our case, mostly cash secured puts in retirement accounts against stocks going down that we wouldn't mind getting assigned. So again, we're employing the wheel strategy. So you can find more information about our strategies and the wheel strategy in our notes here. And we use this puts ROIC Google sheet to identify potential opportunities to sell puts and then buy them back if we've sold them. And you can, again, get access to this Google Sheet 24/7, see what stocks are moving up and down during the day, what the previous high, etc. option price were. We have automated systems that collect that options data and then update this Google Sheet at the end of each day. And again, you can get access to that as well as our other Google Sheets by joining our Patreon at the All Access or VIP level. One addition I added to the research tab for this week is ON, and we'll look at that briefly. At the 55 strike, it's a semiconductor, and again, we'll look at that in the ad sheet or in the research sheet real quickly. So if I jump over to the research sheet, again, this gives me an opportunity to collect the data on additional puts that I might be interested in. See, here's ON. It's currently around 93. I thought, we'll look at the chart in a second. I thought a 55 strike might be a deal. You see the premium right now is pretty low, very low ROIC. So it's not looking very attractive right now. But again, we'll see if that improves. So on semiconductor, so again, you can see it's pretty high. So again, maybe that strike price is too high. Maybe we need to research and try a 65. So, maybe I'll lower that price down to 65, collect the data, see if the premium's more attractive at that level. Again, they're a profitable semiconductor and, was coming down. It looks like it bounced off that lower trend line. So as semiconductors roll over, we kind of saw SOXL had rolled over and declining along with all the other technologies. This one might be attractive to sell a put against. So in terms of our main puts watch list, we've been watching Moderna at 95. It was kind of interesting. The premium was actually higher. I think it went up to about 380 or so on Thursday, and then we got that kind of Friday IV crush. We saw the VIX decline. It had popped up to about 19 or so, although these option premiums still really didn't pop up that much. So the ROIC on these puts is not terribly attractive. Another question for our community that I'd love to hear your feedback on. Again, you can put it in the comments, the Discord. I was hypothesizing whether I should annualize these return on invested capitals, ROICs. Right now, you can see it's the potential profit divided by the price based on selling at the high, buying back at the low. And then I've also got a higher price where I set a sell price and then determined if I sold it at that price and bought it back at the low, what would be the ROIC. So the question is, should I annualize that, or because it's, you're doing it repeatedly. We do have a daily ROIC. We have the number of days and then what the ROIC is for that number of days. So that would compensate for the longer options. So again, I'd love feedback from the community. How can we add value to this Google Sheet, make it more valuable to you, make it a better comparison between selling puts and, dividend payer or owning a treasury or money market, etc. So again, we'd love your feedback. Talked about Disney. We're currently long Disney, so I'm not terribly interested. But if you'd want to make some premium selling Disney, again, the ROIC is not great. Pays, we don't really like the overall trend. ROIC is not great. Albemarle, same way. We'll see on the research tab. So we've been watching Albemarle, ALB as well. But again, ROIC is not really all that high. So, but again, you can make a decision, if that ROIC is okay, or again, I've identified a higher price, which is a peak from looking at the charts. It still only gives a 3.4%. So again, Moderna at 675 or so, give about a 6% ROIC. So if the premium on Moderna goes up, that's one I'd be interested in selling puts on. I'm not terribly interested in selling puts on since we already own the shares, and you see it dip below that 50 strike price anyway. Again, if you'd like us to do research, put a put. You'll just let us know the symbol, the strike, the expiration date, and I can add it to the Google Sheet, and then also our automated systems will collect that data and put it in the Google Sheet for you so you can see what the ROIC would be on selling a put on that stock at that strike for that expiration. Again, if you'd like to hear more about how we've evolved this puts ROIC Google Sheet, how you can use it as an additional option strategy. We've got this series on option strategies for beginners with examples. So you can access those videos via the link in the notes. And we also have a whole playlist with additional videos on how to trade options, including selling covered calls and E-Trade and Webull, selling puts, etc. Other option strategies and options information in that playlist. Okay, let me look at FEMY for Sydney Osborne real quickly. Offhand, I'm not familiar with that. I'll just bring up FinBiz. Another place you can find the link to FinBiz, quick and easy, is on our homepage under the links, trading tools. You can see all the tools and resources we frequently use. You can find quickly and easily on our homepage. FEMY, medical instruments and supplies. Again, the first thing I'm going to look at is, are they making money? They're losing money. So I'm probably not going to be very interested in a stock that's losing money right now. See, it had a huge pop. So again, day trade, quick day trade type opportunity. If you're into day trading, these types of stocks, again, not one I'd want to hold. They're losing money. Cash per share is very low. It's not optionable. Very low float, 13 million, 15 million. So this is one, that the day traders like when it pops, on news. You just got to be very quick. So they got a patent application. So that's what the pop looks like, a pop there. Clearance. So again, these types of biotechs, medicals, healthcares, etc., they're going to pop on news. Again, tend to drop. They tend to be pop and drops. And again, there are plenty of good day traders that know how to trade these. Are nimble. But again, it doesn't fit our style of swing trading. And again, I don't like stocks that lose money. You can see their sales is tiny. So again, this is just a day trading scalp type stock. You can make money with these. People do. You just have to be careful and be nimble and don't get stuck in it. And they have a tendency to drop offerings when things spike up, and then it will drop. So we see that thing wicked up pretty quickly and then drop down. If you got caught up there, you could get hurt, and we don't want to see anyone get hurt. So I hope that helps. Does anyone else have any stocks you want to take a quick look at? Any dividend payers? Any other topics you want to talk about? Put that in the chat, and we've got a few minutes. Let me grab a drink, and again, we can look at anything or talk about any other topics for a few minutes that the chat members would like. We would also love your feedback on how we can improve our weekly trading game plans, our other videos, our tools, our Google Sheets, etc. How can we improve our BeachBum trading community for the benefit and value of all of our fellow BeachBum traders. So please let us know again in the comments, in our Discord, in our Facebook group, Reddit community, etc., and or via any of our social media sites. What can we do to add value for our BeachBum trading community? Also, how can we grow our community? How can we get more people here on the weekends in the live chats, more people in the Discord, get our Discord more active, get more subscribers, etc. Again, for the mutual benefit of all of our fellow BeachBum traders. So if you have suggestions along those lines, again, you can always put it in the comments to this video. We do also have a suggestion box in our Discord. So we'd, again, love any suggestions on how we can grow and improve our BeachBum trading community, again, for the mutual benefit of all of our fellow BeachBum traders. If I missed your question or your stock you wanted to look at, again, please let me know, put it in the comments, etc., and we can add it to the agenda for next week's weekly trading game plan. So again, we hope all this helps. We hope you like this content. We hope that you'll share this with your fellow traders and friends, bring in new traders into our BeachBum trading community. We greatly appreciate all your support and all of our participants in our live chats. It's great to see you all also sharing additional trade ideas and supporting each other, helping each other make money trading, succeed in your trading career. And again, let us know how else we can help you make money trading and succeed in your trading career. Otherwise, good luck and have a great trading week, October 2nd through October 6th. And we'll hope to see you all back here next week. Thank you again for watching and have a great rest of your weekend. Bye.